I came here with my father in 1976. He was a former mariner, and it was just as a result of a hot summer's walk, quite simply, that we came to the site and subsequently found it. And of course, immediately in 1976, I fell in love with it. I mean, as a kid, you could see all this wonderful bits of the timber. Of course, then there was so much more to see. Obviously, we've lost so much as a result of arson, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's just empowered me to come back and have a look and see what else is left. Sadly, there isn't a great deal left now, as you can see.
We're here to put the plaque in for the Ada, which was my great-great-grandmother.
The Ada was a vessel owned by your great-great-grandfather, we believe. Well, purely today, one of those real strange sort of coincidences, we were looking at the internet last night on some information about James Herbert, only to find that they were putting this plaque up here today to commemorate the Ada and James Herbert. So that was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we used to come down here when we were growing up and sort of playing about and just generally looking over the boats and playing in and out of them. But yeah, so that was a few years ago. There's not a lot of difference. A lot of them has been burnt down a bit because they've had a lot of vandalism and whatnot, but it's pretty much basically the same. The boats are still here and pretty much as they were.
Severn Collier, right. I was in charge at the junction, which is a dry dock, and every year we used to have the collier come up from Sharpness. She used to bring coal up to Cadbury's, and we'd have her in dry dock. Myself, Joe Nichols and Lionel Smith, we'd have her in and we'd clean off her bottom, and then there'd be a few planks that need repairing, so we used to get out the old planks out first and strike the planks to be refitted and lie on our backs, and then we would be what we used to call is cork in the bottom. I know it's a bit of a statement really, but that was one of the best boats that I've ever worked on. She was my life, that boat, every year, for work-wise and tame ship and boats. One of the best ones, I think that was. That boat, I think, ought to have been put in the museum. But lovely boat.
For us, this is just the start, really, of sort of what we've found out, and it's a case, I think, of now of what more we can find. You know, hopefully it'll be an interesting journey.
I've been privileged over the last 10 years whilst carrying out these sort of dialogues with various people, A, to share their memories, but B, to realise exactly what this particular site meant to them. This is living history. This, you know, there are descendants of these vessels. The families are still alive. Obviously, I mean, really what I'm trying to say here is these things only came on the bank or stopped coming on the bank in '65. So it's not ancient history. And that, I suppose, is the important thing here. I used to come back to the site quite simply just to walk through, and I suppose it was that aura that kept drawing me here. I could clear my mind, I could actually sort of come and I could sit on large bulks of timber or lumps of concrete and just sit and watch the day go by. And that is also a very important thing to say, because quite simply, Purton means so many different things to so many different people. And I think the one thing that I would say categorically is that, you know, it's important to come to Purton, but it's also important to just take away those memories and nothing else. Most definitely there is. It is an aura, as with any graveyard. This is no different. It's a ship's graveyard, that's the only difference.